All right, everybody. It is 9 o'clock on Monday morning, January 8th. It's the first business day. That's a Monday of 2024. So excited to move into this new year. And I'm super optimistic as to where this new year is going to go. Some fun announcements for this week. Christy, if you could hop on. Are you still here? Yep, there
I
you are.
am. I'm right here.
Go ahead and give us an overview of kind of what's happening today. I'm not what's happening today, what's happening this week. And for those of you that don't know, we have a couple big events happening this week. One of them is going to be something a lot of fun that you're all welcome to join. So go ahead and jump in and let us know what's happening this week.
All right. So good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We do have, for those of you that know Sean, you know that he throws kind of a big party every year. Typically, we try to find something out of the ordinary and different. So this year we are rolling into 2024 at the FLC skating rink, and we're dressing in our best 80s attire. Most of you on here should have gotten that invite. If you didn't, I'm sorry, but I'm looking and all of you should have gotten it. So those of you know this, we would love for you to join us. It's 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday evening at FLCS. That's Family Life Center in Phoenix Skating Rink. Let me know if you're coming. Just send me a quick text, email, whatever. Just let me know that you'll be there. Right now, it looks like we have about 35 to 40 people signed up. So it should be a really fun time, guys. We have a couple people that don't know how to skate. It's okay. You don't have to know how to skate. Just join us, have fun, come and chat, network with us. We would love that. So it's this Wednesday. A couple other little things we have coming up. Tuesday, December 16th, we also play pickleball. And once a month, we do a beginner's coaching class. So on Tuesday, December 16th, we are having ours for this month. Those of you who haven't joined us yet, we have rallied in quite a few of our agent partners so far. So some of them have become addicts with us. We love it. But we have our beginner's pickleball lesson from 3 to 4 at the JW Marriott. We can only take 8. Right now, I think we have 5. So we can only take 3 more. If you're interested in joining and want to learn pickleball, please reach out to me as well so I can get you on the list. Thursday, December 18th, we have an open house class. It's going to be at Pioneer Title on High Street with Angie. So those of you that are interested, there are limited seats there as well. And that's on Thursday, December 18th. That's all I have for the moment. We'll have more. We have lots of great things planned for this year in 2024. Lots of great classes, lots of great events. We are excited to see you guys at some of these. So you'll hear from us. But anyway, Angie, are you on here?
I didn't see her.
Okay.
I think you mean January, not December in all these events.
Oh, yeah. Did I say December? Wow. Okay. So I'm not in 2024 yet. So excuse me. She has a Cromford report that they do quarterly. I'm trying to find the date. She told me that she wanted to announce it. Maybe she can't get on here or is, it is going to be on Thursday, the 25th of January. So there, I said January. Yes. Okay. So it's on the 25th at 10 o'clock in the morning. I know that. If you guys want the link, you can reach out to me. I can get it from her, or those of you that know her can reach out to her directly for that Cromford report link. And that's Thursday, the 25th this month. So I know that she wanted to let you guys know that too. So that's all I have. Sean, go ahead.
Perfect. Well, welcome to 2024. This is the first official Monday morning update for 2024. So thank you for jumping in. I'm going to be putting together a very, very, very extensive breakdown of what is going to be happening for rates for the entire year. And I'm going to be putting that together for next week. So I want you to get everyone you know together, let them know about the updates, because next Monday is going to be an in-depth look at a forecast for the whole year. So it's going to be really exciting. But today is going to be the first day of the new year, and I have a few fun things to share with you before we jump into interest rates. First off, I want to show you a new little program that I have so that you guys can always know exactly what's happening with the Woolen Mortgage team. Here's a new web page. It's I guess a landing page, so to speak, for my team. And if you haven't seen this, this is through Linktree. You can make one of these yourself. But encompasses all of the things you need to know about me and links to everything associated with my team. So WoolenMortgageTeam.com is our website. So WoolenMortgageTeam.com or WoolenMortgage.com, either one works. And when you go there, you're going to have every link you need right here. So my main website is the first one. You click on that, it takes you to my main website with mortgage calculators and everything you would ever possibly need for anything mortgage. Plus, you can apply now there as well. And the next one is apply online. You click on that, you can go right to the loan application. And there you just start applying right there. The third one down is schedule a meeting. So if you want to schedule a meeting with me, you can do that. And you can even set up a Zoom call meeting with these. Any of these have a Zoom option. See Zoom option right here. Pre-approval consultation, a first time. You can click on this, look at the calendar, and set up an appointment if you want to do it that way as well. We've got the Monday morning mortgage update link right in here. You click here, it'll take you right to the Monday morning link, our Monday morning presentations. And we did a really great home buyer webinar this last week, and it turned out to be fantastic. We're going to host these every month. So every month there's a home buyer webinar. If you click on here, you can register for the home buyer webinar. So if you were able to get on the one last week, it was fantastic, but it's every month. Now these, I want to make sure you understand these. These are anonymous. These are not a typical Zoom call. These are a webinar format. All they see is me. Your identity is completely separate. It's anonymous, and you can chat with me. I see the chat questions. I see everything myself. The group doesn't. And then part of the registration is they have to tell me what realtor they're working with. So in there, in order to register, they have to say which agent they're working with. That way that person comes back to you. I know they belong to you. But that's a home buyer webinar. Every month, we're going to be doing this to try to get the people more educated on what's happening in the markets, let them know how to purchase a home. If they're first-time home buyers, this is fantastic for them. Then we have the free HomeBot account. If you want to register for HomeBot, if you don't have it, you can do it there. And then FICOBoost.com, I own that. If you click on that, it's a website where I can help you boost your credit score. You just click Contact Sean now, put in your basic information, which is just your name, email, and phone number, and a little bit about your goals, and then it emails it straight to me. So that's FICOBoost.com. I go in there, I give you a full plan to boost your credit score to get you ready to buy. It's for anyone. You can have a 700 credit score and you want to get to 800. You can have a 500, want to get just in the eligibility range. That's FICOBoost.com. If you have an account with us and you're in process and you want to log in to see your documents, and this is for consumers, that's Element Login. And of course, one of my favorites, pickleball lessons. So if you're on this call and you want a lesson from me to play pickleball, I'm giving them away to my referral partners for free. So if you want a free lesson, click on here. You can go to my Pickle with Sean website, 1 hour private or group lesson, and there you go. So if you go to picklewithsean.com, that's my pickleball, and that's just a little fun. So this is my website. Everything you will always need is going to be here. There's some extra additions. I mean, if you want to go to my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, my YouTube, or email, these links are all right here for you to go to. And remember, these are always recorded. So if you go to this YouTube button right here, you click on here, it goes to my channel where every single video I've ever done is in here for you to review. You go to playlists, you can look at mortgage tips, loan programs, why us, home buyer webinars, a little bit about assumable mortgages there. A lot of information here. There's a ton of videos in here for you. So everything's now at your fingertips at WoolenMortgageTeam.com. It's all right here. So if you ever wonder where to go, WoolenMortgageTeam.com or WoolenMortgage.com is where you go. So now that I've showed you all that fun stuff, that new addition to my the website, let's see what interest rates are doing today. So this is kind of fun. I'm going to go in here one second here. Let's go at current interest rates. I'm going to show you, and a lot of you have seen kind of what interest rates are. If you look at the average rates that are available with 20% down and a 700 credit score, you may say, everyone's saying rates are in the 60s. That's true. But if you have bad credit, it's not true. And this is a really good way of looking at it. So if you have a credit score between 700 and 719 on a conventional loan, rates aren't that good. But if you go to 800 credit score and you put 25% down, now they're in the sixes. You put 35% down, they get better, 40% down, even better. This is what everyone advertises. So when your customers say, oh my gosh, their rates are high, it's because everyone's advertising the best of the best to get their phone to ring. So if you have a first-time home buyer, they're putting, 3% down and they have a 740 credit score, they may get a rate in the sevens. If you look at FHA, the rates are much better for a 30-year. If you have a lower credit score, rates are almost in the sixes right now. The last week, guys, was actually a pretty bad week. I'm going to go over that with you right now. So for those of you not familiar with this chart, this is a candlestick chart. This tells you what the value of mortgage rates and mortgage bonds is doing. Mortgage rates follow this to the T. So last week, this is on the Fannie Mae 30-year, we saw a run up, and then last week we saw the value drop on these. Every day, this red dot is 1 day of trading, another day. We bounced down here, we came back up, another day. We went all the way down here and we're bouncing back up. This means rates are getting better today. They were down here, values going up, which means rates get better. And it's 22 basis points better. So a rate last Friday now is 0.22% better in discount points. So if there was a rate last week that you were paying points to get of a quarter discount point, today you may not have any points. So that's kind of how that works. So we're looking at rates right now rebounding. This is a very important moving average. This is the 25-day moving average. We bounced on it. Now, when I'm talking to customers, I know when to lock, because if we bounce off this, that's a nice level of resistance. It's going to be hard to get worse through here. If you look at the 10-year, we're at a couple different layers. We have the 25-day moving average, we have the 200-day moving average, and we have a Fibonacci level. It's going to be really hard for that 10-year to go above that. So my prediction, this week, we'll see that drop like it did today and come back down. Now, the question is, how low are rates going to go? How low? Like, where's the future look like for us this year? Well, I'm going to take off my share screen I'm going to get real with you. Hold on 1 second. Let me take this off. So my prediction, we already heard that the Feds are going to be halting the raising of the interest rates. We've already heard that. The question is, when are they going to start cutting? Now, I'm going to get into this in extreme detail. It's going to be a little bit longer than normal Monday morning update next Monday, but it's going to give you everything you need to have a really good conversation with everyone in the field and everyone that you're talking to, your buyers, your customers. I believe rates will hit the fives. The question is, when? Now, I've already told you guys, I don't know if you've been watching my updates for the last year or so, but about August of last year, I predicted that March Madness was going to occur. And I'm not talking basketball. I'm talking rates, buyer activity. I'm talking those people that are going to be jumping off the fence and getting back into the game. I believe March is going to be it. And here's why. I believe, and this is based on the report I'm going to show you next week, that March or April is going to be the first rate cut that the Feds do. I also see that inflation is coming down, and that's going to be one of the biggest months for the next 3 months of complete updates on what inflation is going to be doing, showing that overall interest rates are going to be dropping. And then that's going to be the point where I think they've dropped enough where all of those people that are on the sidelines, all of those people are going to be jumping off the fence and coming right back into it. Looks like a couple people just joined us. We're talking about the future interest rates. So next Monday, I'm going to go over it with graphs and everything as far as what is happening with mortgage rates. And I think we're going to see low sixes, maybe dabbling into the fives by summer. That's my prediction. So what I recommend is, if you want to record next Monday's video, again, everything's going to be on my YouTube. So if you want to take that recording and send it to borrowers, I'm going to do it on more of a format of I'm talking to the consumer, and that way they can see exactly what's happening, and it'll be easy to share as well. But my prediction, there you go, I did it, my Seanism, is that interest rates will be to a point low enough in the sixes in March, and in the fives by, I would say, end of the summer. The Fed is, and all of the people in the Fed they do it's called a dot plot, and they show what they think, all of the different Fed members, what they think the rate cuts are going to be for the next 2 years. And they believe the Fed funds rate, based on their voting and what's going to happen for the next several months, the Fed funds rate is going to go to what it is right now, which is 5.5, 5.25 range, to 2 to 2.5 in the next 24 months. So that means we have a 2% drop to 3% drop, right, in the Fed funds rate, which means we are going to follow that, and it's going to have a tailwind that's going to bring mortgage rates down to, I believe, is going to be a fantastic level. But what's the problem right now, guys? Inventory. It's awful. And we have all of those people with rates in the 2s and 3s and 4s that do not want to sell because they don't want to leave their rate. Well, if rates come back down to a point where it makes sense for them to get rid of that rate, we're going to see a lot more inventory pop on as well. So we're going to see a trifecta. We're going to see people that are on the fence jump in, but we're going to see low inventory. So the first 3 to 4 months, it's going to be a challenge. As rates continue to come back down, those people that have those lower rates that are finally like, okay, well, I need a bigger house, it makes sense now to upgrade and get rid of this really low rate. That's going to start happening. So the end of the year next year, I believe we'll see more inventory, we'll see lower rates, and it's going to get crazy. So what do we do before then? Well, we know what happened in 2020 and 2021. We all saw it. It was absolutely crazy. There was low inventory. Everyone was trying to buy a home, and there was multiple offers, highest and best, waiving inspections. It was crazy. Well, we don't want that for our borrowers. We want them to fall in love with a home and then actually buy that house. So I urge you to have this conversation with those people that are on the fence right now. I urge you to have a conversation with them to say, listen, rates are coming down. People are going to start thinking about selling their homes again. More inventory will be coming out. But do you really want to be in that place where everyone's fighting for the same house and you may not get it, and you may have to pay a lot more for that house to get the lower rate and that home at that time? If you are shopping right now and you find a home you love, buy it. Do not wait, because it's going to get crazy. The numbers are there. We all know what's going to happen. We all know what happened last time rates dropped. It was insane. So I urge you, to anyone that's on the fence, to have a discussion with them. Let them know. They might have seen what would happen in 2020 and 2021. They may have been a part of that and they weren't able to buy a house. Let them know that if they can't be on the fence, they have to at least be looking and doing searches right now, because if they don't find anything because inventory is low, great, they didn't find anything. But if they do, they don't want to wait on it. So I'm going to have a really, really great breakdown. It's going to be a little bit longer than normal next week that shows the graphs, everything to back what I'm saying, but it's going to take some time to get that all put together in a nice format. But rates are going to get better, guys. I believe this March is going to be a little bit chaotic. It's going to be March Madness. And if it isn't, shame on me. The only thing that could keep rates from not going down is an anomaly. I'm talking like if there's a war in the Red Sea. We all seeing what's happening right now in the Red Sea with the shipping container ships and Iran and sinking of, and just the threats and the piracy that's happening. It's not good for overall inflation, because that means the cost of goods, in order to divert them around the tip of Africa up through a different direction, it's going to add costs to things, delivery. We all know what happened with supply chains. That could be an anomaly that slows down the rates from getting lower. But so we need to watch that carefully. But overall, if the actual data that we're seeing follows what it should, it's going to be a really good year, guys, for interest rates. I don't envy buyers right now because inventory is still low, but it's going to be a good year. So expect rates in the 5s, I say, by end of the summer. And it may be the high. You can get a rate in the 5s now, guys. Don't get me wrong. You can get a rate in the 5s. You have to buy that down and rate buy downs. But I do not recommend buyers pay points themselves to get a lower rate right now. If we know that in 6 to 8 months, rates are going to be lower, then don't spend $15,000 or $10,000 doing a rate buy down now. Spend $1,500 on a refinance later and just ask for a lower sales price, unless they actually need it. If somebody literally needs a lower rate to qualify, go for it, get into a home now. But if they're trying to get a lower rate to be comfortable with that payment right now, and they're willing to pay a lot for it, tell them no, refinance later, because rates will get better later, and it's a lot cheaper to refinance and pay a lot of points to get a lower rate up front. So refinance. If you refinance with me, if you've already done your purchase, the refinance has 0 lender fees. Don't forget that. So if they come to me for their refinance in 6 months, we can drop their rate, no lender fees, and get them in a really good position. So I'm excited, guys. I don't know about you, but we really, really need to step up our game on communicating with our customers. I'm going to be reaching out to everyone that's on the fence and making sure they understand. I'm going to be doing a little short video for them to get them to hopefully change their tune on waiting for next year or waiting in 6 months, because we've already known that Fannie Mae and a lot of the MBA and a lot of other major players in the industry has predicted between 4 and 7% for appreciation for this year. That's pretty strong. We saw between 2 to 3% last year overall. It did come down and come back up. It was kind of wishy-washy, but that's strong. If they're buying a $500,000 home and they're missing out on 7%, that's $35,000 they're missing out on if they wait. So we need to have a very good conversation. We don't want to be overselling and try to be like a salesperson. Just educate your buyers on what's happening in the market, because rates will be in the 5s unless an anomaly happens, but they will be in the 5s, and we need to be ready for that, because I tell you what, there's a lot of people on the fence that if they hit the 5s, when they hit the 5s, they're all going to jump in at the same time. So that will add inventory. So those people who are thinking about selling to have lower rates, put them on your radar for the middle of the year, and let's get after them, and let's show them the data. And next week, you're going to see all of the data, all of the charts, everything that we put together to show you exactly why I can be confident in this. So tune in next week as well. I'm going to open it up for any questions. If you have any questions, jump in, and I'm happy to answer any that you have in regards to what the industry is doing now. Even my website, if you saw something on the website that I was sharing as far as my my link tree, all the different links in there, if you have any questions on that, let me know. But I'm excited, guys. I don't know about you, but end of 2022 and 23 was kind of a weird year. And I think this is the year that we break out. And this is the year where more inventory comes back on because of lower rates. And you all need to be pushing that information out to your people, because people still think the market's going to crash. It's crazy. We saw rates to the 8s, and guess what? The market didn't crash because inventory is so low that supply and demand kept our appreciation up. So what happens when rates drop again, right? We all know what's going to happen. We all know what's going to happen, but we need to tell our buyers about that and help them understand so they're not kicking themselves in a year from now. Any questions, guys? I see some here. There's something in here. Let's see. Join us for, so yeah, the skating party, guys. If you don't roller skate, that's okay. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great hangout. It's going to bring back some nostalgia. It is roller skating. It's not, it's roller skating, not ice skating. The old brown and white rentals you could get, it's the same old nostalgic thing. It's going to be kind of fun. So I'm excited for it. And yep, I am still offering the no-cost refi. Thank you for asking that. My YouTube channel, guys, remember, woolenmortgage.com, woolenmortgageteam.com. You can click on the YouTube icon, and you can go to all of the videos that I have. Every single Monday morning update that I have is recorded and put in there. So you can look back 6 months from now, you can see what I'm predicting, and you can check it all out. So otherwise, we'll see you hopefully on Wednesday at our skate. I had the skate depot where I lived, at the skate party. But until then, guys, have a wonderful week, and let it be known to your buyers that rates are on their way down. And if you do have any questions, let me know. I'll be here.
I have a question.
Yes.
Really quick. I don't know if it'll help anybody else. So I just got onto your website on my phone, and, so just share it here, like with, is there any way for me to put this on Facebook, on my Facebook? Or I guess just a link?
The link to my website or to this?
Yeah, yeah,
which item?
especially, I love this, first time home buyer, webinar, like
Yes.
to be able to share that.
Yes, so if you go to the homebuyer webinar, it's livehomebuyerwebinar.com is the actual domain. So it's livehomebuyerwebinar.com. You can share that.
Okay. Got it. But I can also just hit the little, the little arrow
Yep, that says
thing
share.
to share with anybody, all my clients, or I'd really like to get it on Facebook is where I'd like
Yeah.
to share it.
So you can do either or.
Okay.
Mine's thinking right now. I was going to share my, I'm going to share my screen and show that for you. Hold on one second. Nothing works when you want it to, right? All right, so I'm going to close out a few of these. I'm going to go. So this is my link tree. If you go here and click on Home Buyer Webinar Registration, again, it's when I'm on Zoom, for the connection is just miserable. So, but if you go here, you should be able to just share it. Let me just try to go to direct. This is what they'll see.
Okay.
Go there. So they can choose which one they want. If they want to do the March one, the April one, the May one, it's every month, the first Friday of every month at noon. Now look what they have to do. They have their first name, last name, email. Do you have any specific questions? Do you have a realtor? If so, what is the name of your realtor? They have to put it in there. Do you need credit boosting or repair? They check that and then they hit register. The registration will go to their email. It'll give them the calendar to put it in their calendar and they can register for that. So it takes them straight to the Zoom registration page and they can register anytime. So livehomebuyerwebinar.com or monthlyhomebuyerwebinar.com, they work the same, but you can just go here, click on home buyer registration, and maybe it'll work this time. If not, I'll make sure it should be working. So if you guys can see it, let's see if you can hit the three dots right here. See that? If you hit the three dots on the edge,
Yeah.
share on Facebook,
Okay.
click that, log into your Facebook. Again, the connection is miserable. I apologize. There you go.
Hey, Sean,
Yes.
on this point, if she shares that to her Facebook from that site, say that, this is kind of a person that she hasn't really met yet. They're just on her Facebook for whatever reason. Maybe it's her business account.
Sure.
Would it show you somehow that it came from her Facebook page? So you would assign it? Because they may put, no, I don't have a realtor.
Yeah, so how can we stop that? I can put, how did you hear of us on the registration?
Oh, good. That would be a good idea.
Let me do that. I'll do that. So when you go into, I'm going to say, how did you hear about this? Instead of who is your realtor?
Yeah, or who invited you, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
true.
I like that. Who invited you?
Yes. Yeah. I'll
Or,
do that. Okay. I can easily do that. Let me write a note. And again, it's anonymous. So when people go here to this registration, when they go to the actual event, it's not like a typical Zoom where you see a bunch of faces. It's just me.
Okay.
And the chat and the questions I'm the only one that can see them. So
Is
it's
there a
different. It's a different format.
Is there a way that the realtor that invited them, is there a way that we get a notification that, hey, this person is going to join, is going to attend?
Zoom doesn't have that function when you register with them. What I can do is when I do get a registration, they put your name, I will forward it to you.
Okay.
So you know people have registered.
Cool.
Yeah. Now we can do these for each of you. So as an example, if one of you wants to do your own, where you invite just your own people, we can do that. And we
Oh,
can do,
wow.
we can do that for like the first Tuesday in March. And
Oh,
you
that'd be awesome.
you can create your own domain name and we can have a registration for just that. So I want you to think outside of the box. If you wanted to do your own little advertisement to a subdivision and you want to do, you know, I don't know, Brenda's homebuyer webinar, register here and create that domain name. We'll create the registration link in Zoom. It'll be specific to you and we can send that out for them. We can also do that for this, but it'll be a group of everyone. So I say if you want to do your own and really get into it, let's do it. Let's put it on the calendar, create your own personal date, and we can do a homebuyer webinar just for you as a realtor involved.
I would like to attend the February 2nd one myself. I would love to
Sure.
see what it looks like. Yeah, I'll sign
Yeah.
up for it.
And the last one we did, you can see it on my YouTube channel.
Oh,
The
okay.
last one we did, it was a little embarrassing because I didn't know that on the webinar functionality, you couldn't move around my face. I don't know if you can see my face moving around or not on yours, but when I move my my little icon that shows me speaking on my screen, it doesn't move it on the recorded version. So it's right in the middle on the top right, covering up everything. So I learned the hard way. So if you look at the recorded version, you'll see that it's covering up a little portion of it. My face is. So I've learned the hard way how to set that up properly for the format. But you can go look at it on my YouTube. It's in there. And you can have a look. Either way, you can also join the next one as well. So very good question. All right, so I'm going to stop share screen real fast and go back into the chat, see if there's any more questions.
I was surprised to find out how 800 credit score is pretty good. I mean, it's a really good credit score, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I was thinking more like 740. So I was surprised to see how high it had to be to get the better.
Yeah, it really is. And actually Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac both made adjustments at the beginning of this year on the loan level adjustments. You may have heard the news like people with higher credit scores are supplementing those with lower credit scores. Do you remember hearing stuff like that? Like it's now more expensive for somebody with a good credit score to get a loan because it's helping the lower. So what they did is they added loan level adjustments for people over 740 credit score. They made it more expensive for them and then gave that to the people at the lower end of the spectrum. So this year, mortgage rates got worse for anyone between 740 and 800. For no reason other than Fannie Mae thought, you know what, those at the lower 620 credit score are being hit too hard. Let's let the people in the middle of the road cover it for them. That's basically what they did. So it didn't used to be that way, but this year, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac decided they're gonna make it more expensive. So it's frustrating, but that's why it is that way.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm gonna ding up my credit score.
Yeah, and that's why I have FICO Boost, because if you're at 740, it's really easy to get to 800. A lot of times when a bank runs a credit report, it doesn't give you the best of what it's been for the month. You may have a Costco credit card that's maxed out, that's bringing you down 60 points, and you may have already paid that. So you're being penalized for it showing it's maxed out, but you paid off every month. So all we do with FICO Boost, I go into your credit report, I show it's paid, I get you that, in 3 to 5 days, rescore it so you get that 800 to get you the best rate. And that's why FICO Boost is so powerful, because a credit score is just a snapshot in time of exactly what's happening when your credit report is run based on what's reporting. But if there's old data in there that's wrong, that's bringing your score down, we're going to fix that. We're going to go in 3 to 5 days. We'll get you from 740 to 800, get you the better rate, get you the better terms, and help you overall. So that's what FICO Boost is all about. It's kind of fun.
Cool.
So good question. Any other questions? All right, well, I'm going to make some changes to the registration now for the home buyer webinar. If you are looking to do your own and you want to put this in your newsletter, whatever it may be, let's do that. And we can do it quarterly, we can do it monthly, whatever you want to do. I can help accommodate that for you. So get your marketing juices flowing, figure out what you want to do on that. Give me a call, let's connect, and let's make 2024 phenomenal, because rates will be dropping and I'm excited for it myself. So enjoy your week, guys, and tell everyone about, if you have a team, get everyone on your team on the call on next Monday. It's going to be phenomenal.
Thanks,
Thank
Sean.
you.
Always informative.
You're very
Yes.
welcome. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sean.
You're very welcome.